Hey everyone, Shabby here, and we are back with more Youth Squad Legends. Been an interesting off-camera part of the season. It's gone a bit up and down. We'll discuss it in a second, but first of all, we have, for the first time in this career mode, 3 Youth Squad. Youth Scout updates even. Right, first of all, we've got our first Scottish one. Arthur Smith, you're terrible. Arthur Drummond, you're terrible. Malcolm Ross, you're not bad. John McDonald, you're not bad. Angus McDonald, you're terrible. And Alistair Walker, you're terrible. I might sign these two up, actually. John McDonald seems pretty rough. I'm going to sign Malcolm Ross. I'm going to leave John McDonald in there to be scouted further. Right, next up then, we have got Rafferty, who's been doing Northern Ireland. Right, so we've got Brian Cafferty, looks okay. Kevin Farrell, who looks interesting, actually, but he's not very good. Liam O'Byrne is not very good. Brendan McDonald's okay. Right, so I think Dylan Cafferty will definitely sign up. And I think the other two... Will I take a risk on Brian Cafferty? I'm going to take a risk on Brian Cafferty. I'm going to leave the other one in there to be scouted further. And then finally back to our Republic of Ireland scout, who's going to bring us back. Pierce Moran, not good enough. Mark Gallagher is good enough. Dare Fitzpatrick, not good enough. Luke Quinn, not good enough. Chris White is okay. I'm going to leave Chris White to be scouted longer, I think. That's not bad. That's a decent amount of people. Casey Halland is not happy because he's not been getting on a first team action. I'll discuss that in a second. We do have an injury to Niall Murphy, which is okay, 7 days. And Owen Fanning, sorry. I've been going through the list of players. And this guy is the only one who does not have anything on his... what's the phrase I'm looking for? The bit that says how good they are. The phraseology, like exciting prospects for him. He has nothing, which means his potential is under 80. So we're going to sell him. We're going to let him go. 600k is not bad at all. We'll take that straight away. Right, then off camera, what has happened is what you're asking. It's been not great. I'm not going to lie to you. We lost 2-1 at home to Exeter. We then lost 1-0 away to Macclesfield. But then we did get a 3-0 victory at home to Forest Green. All 3 goals scored by Chris Fitzpatrick. So it's been very rough, shall we say, is the best way of putting it. We now sit 3rd in the league, but only 3 points away from the top, so it's not terrible. Should we have a quick look at the players who just signed up to the youth squad? Of course, we are going to get a youth squad update in a few weeks. Or later in this episode, actually. So we've got Eamon O'Kelly still, Donald O'Leary. These are all the normal people, aren't they? Where's the new ones? Here we go. Brian Cafferty then. 55 rated, 70 to 94 cam. Dylan Cafferty, 50 rated, 72 to 94 right wing. And Malcolm Ross, 50 rated, 72 to 94 left wing. So these are our first non-Republic of Ireland players. Whether they're going to be any good to bring up, we don't know. You're not bad, actually. You're 55 rated, but depends on your potential. Like I said, we're not going to bring any players up until January anyway. But let's get into our first game of the season, first game of the episode, should I say, sorry, against Morecambe. And see how we get on. We want to try and get some strong results in this one. Like I said, it's been pretty iffy in the last few games. So let's see if we can get back on top of things. And we should get ourselves a youth squad update and hopefully get a bit more of an idea of the potential pretty soon. Let's go. So we're going to go with Team B. So it's Callahan, McGuinness at left back, who's now 60 rated. Cunningham, Ennis and Boyce. And across the defence, Lynch and Gillespie in midfield with O'Carroll, Kelly and Ennis sitting just behind Derek Cunningham. Now Callahan's annoyed because he's not been playing many games because I've been using the best team, obviously because I've simmed a couple of games. I've been using the best team and he's not part of that best team, so he's been a bit frustrated about the lack of first team games. But now Callahan's going to get his chance. Let's go. Gillespie Kelly sees the movement of Derek Cunningham, who's in. Derek Cunningham's got to be. Derek Cunningham scores. That's what we like to see. A striker getting a proper goal. That's what we like. We don't often see the strikers getting proper goals, and that was one perfectly played. We saw the through ball, and he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper and had a perfect finish just by him. I'm happy with that. I mean, I know I love scoring the amazing goals, don't get me wrong. Those are my favourites, the amazing goals. But when you get a goal like this that's well worked and the striker gets 1-on-1 with the goal, that's the ones I want to score. I want to score more of the normal goals. That's Dare Cunningham's 4th goal of the season then, actually. That's not bad for him. He's doing okay this year. I might, like, create a second formation at some point and have 2 strikers just to play around with, you know. Be nice to have a different formation, wouldn't it? Boyce. It's Patrick Kelly. Tried to take a touch around the defender. Did not work. It's Cunningham. McGuinness. Kelly. O'Carroll. Cunningham. Try to play back into O'Carroll. It's going to bounce into O'Carroll, and O'Carroll gets the goal. That was well lucky, that was. But O'Carroll gets the goal. That's all that matters. And we go 2-0 up here away at Morecambe. We got lucky, didn't we? We got well lucky there. Who did it actually bounce off of? It was a clearance. Oh, it actually bounced off of number 21. Is that Cunningham? Or is that Kelly, maybe? I don't know if Kelly's actually going to get the assist for that, maybe. But O'Carroll, it was a terrible shot, in fairness, by O'Carroll. But went through the keeper's legs, went into the back of the net. And we lead 2-0 just before half-time. There's O'Carroll. Kelly. Big ball over the top. Barry Boyce brings it down. Amazing touch by Barry Boyce, and O'Carroll with the header. What a goal that was. Wow. Barry Boyce's first touch was absolutely incredible then. I mean, look at that first touch and the ball into the middle. And O'Carroll, who becomes well, he's becoming quite an effective header of the ball, isn't he? He's scoring quite a few goals this season with those headers. Nobody else is really getting up there and getting them, but he seems to be doing pretty well from it. Good lad. What's that now? That's his 3rd goal of the season. I think all of them have been headers so far. Well, that's not, is it? Because his goal in the first half was a tap-in. Okay, I take it back. He scored 2 headers. Either way, he's doing well. Though we're 3-0 up here away at Morecambe, which is a good result, actually. Well, it's not necessarily a result, is it? Ennis. Boom, he's put it wide. Oh my god. Why didn't I pass that? I should have passed that. There was space to give it to, isn't there? Boom, right over the top. Terrible. And there we go. The 3-0 victory is confirmed here away at Morecambe. I'm happy with that. I'm liking that a lot. I'm liking that a lot. A 3-0 win away from home. We needed to get back in a bit of form. We've done exactly that. Dare Cunningham, Owen O'Carroll getting two goals. The man of the match show does go to Barry Boyce. Nice. So 1 goal for Cunningham, 2 for O'Carroll. So Kelly only got 1 assist. They didn't count the second assist, and Barry Boyce got the other assist. And Barry Boyce is just, of course, an amazing player. I think 90 plus potential he's got. And here we go. Our next game is going to be at home against Swindon Town. I think I'm going to use the same team because Callahan's still annoyed he's not played enough games. So we're going to play with the same team, I think, in this one. Give them a chance to build upon those great results they've had. Let's go. Here's Ennis. Boyce with a great overlap. Barry Boyce, go on. Ball into the middle. O'Carroll. Oh, he had to score. He had to score. He had to score. Damn. Good header out by O'Carroll. And as far as Conroy's taking a big deflection, it's gone in. Oh, God. That is disappointing. The shot took a big deflection and just went past the keeper. How disappointing is that? Is that an own goal? Let's have a better look from this angle. Yeah, look, Ennis chested it into the back of the net. I mean, I think they're going to claim it, but I think really it's an own goal. Yeah, Doherty's going to get the goal, but really it's an own goal in my opinion. But 1-0 down. I don't know how many highlights has been up until this point in the game because it's been pretty poor. But now we've got to try and get an equaliser if we can. So nice little triangles. Oh, hello. It's not what I went for, but Ennis. Oh, he's put it over. Come on, put it on target, man. Ennis, I needed that. That was the 90th minute as well, wasn't it? Wow. If you curled that in the top corner, my man, you would have been a hero, but instead you're a 0. As we're 90 minutes in, we're still losing 1-0. We're going to have another opportunity to come forward. Is that their throw? It's our throw. This is our last attack then, by the looks of it. We've lost it straight away. Fudge! Fudge! We've lost the game 1-0. It was such a bad game. We could not break them down. Crew Alexandra really had us tapped. They knew exactly what we were trying to do. And we were awful. Absolutely awful. We had more possession for a change, but we just could not break them down. And it was a real poor game for us. Ennis got 7.5. He was the best. Well, McGuinness got 7.6. He was the best on the pitch for us. Callahan did really well as well. But that was pretty poor. I'm disappointed in that one. Hopefully we can finish things off with a bang. Oh my god, that game against Crew gets even worse as Ender Lynch suffers a broken elbow and is going to be out for 2 months. It's going to be a great chance for somebody else to take advantage of that situation, but it's going to be a big loss for us, Ender Lynch missing until the new year. Alright, we do have the youth squad update though. Just wanted to see. Eamon Kelly, 81 to 87. We've got him up to 48 now using training. Donald O'Leary, 72 to 90. Joseph Staunton, 74 to 90. That's gone back up. That was 70 to 90 last month. Now it's 74 to 92. This is confusing me how that potential keeps changing. Brian Ennis, 76 to 90. Philip McGuinness, here we go. This is a goodie. 58, 82 to 92. Pierce Ennis, 53, 80 to 86. Guaranteed 80 plus, but probably someone will bring in probably just to sell. Owen Bowen, 79 to 89. Not great. 50 overall. Cathal McGee, 78 to 92. Not bad. Mark Gallagher, 76 to 94. Looking pretty good actually as well. Owen Gillespie, 78 to 86. Again, probably someone will just bring in and sell. And now into the other players. So Dylan Cafferty, 67 to 87. Pretty disappointed how that's happened actually, but we'll keep hold of him and see how he gets on. Brian Cafferty, 69 to 89. Again, pretty disappointed. But Malcolm Ross, 76 to 94, the left winger. He looks pretty interesting. Maybe he could be the first non-Republic of Ireland player to reach the main squad. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, let's get into our final game of the video episode, whatever it's called. And here we go then. We owe Tranmere Rovers some retribution. They beat us 4-2 in the last match of the previous video, and now it's our chance to get them back. This is the FA Cup, and this is our chance to prove exactly what we can do. Let's go. White into the path of O'Connor. Is White again. Is Moran. Back to White again. White had several chances. Fitzpatrick steals the ball. Is Ender Cunningham. The pressure's on Tranmere now. We just need to get the goal. That's the main thing. We did score against Tranmere before. We just obviously conceded the goals. That was the problem. Moran. Fitzpatrick. Saved by the keeper. Just can't get there to get the ball again though. Moran. Kennedy. Rafferty. Kennedy again. Blitzes through. Moran. Into the back of the net. Moran does get the goal. It's about time he proved to us what he can do, because he's not been that great for us so far, has he? He's had a few great opportunities and missed the opportunities. But now here he is getting the goal. It was a pretty strong one as well. Blitzing through the gap in the defence and smashing it into the far corner. It's a good goal. Well done. I'm going to stop bitching about you so much now. Well, I'm going to try. Can't promise anything. Moran gets the goal. We lead Tranmere 1-0. There we go. There's the ball. Kennedy. Cunningham. Staunton now. Brings it forward. There's White. White sees the movement of Ender. Cunningham moves in front of the defensive line. Plays the ball across. Fitzpatrick. There's the ball in the back of the net. Fitzpatrick has been in great form recently. Scored a hat-trick in that game against Forest Green Rovers, like I said. And now getting a goal here just as the second half begins against Tranmere. Beautiful. That's what we wanted to see. Another goal for a striker, which is great. That's what I like. Ender Cunningham with the assist, which is again great. It was a bit lucky, don't get me wrong, we got a bit of a lucky bounce. But the ball blitzed right into the back of the net by Fitzpatrick. He was, well, he made himself big. That's all he needed to do, wasn't it? That's Fitzpatrick's first goal in the FA Cup, but probably about his 5th goal now in the season, I think. We lead 2-0 now against Tranmere Rovers. And it looks like our Retribution is going to be good. Go on, Cunningham. Still in the ball. Out-strength it straight away. Good ball in. Rafferty. Moran, the goal scorer, cuts inside. He wants another one. Oh, he smashes it in. Moran. Get in there, lad. I really didn't think he was going to score from that, but he does. He wallops it right in the far corner. So the young lad has not been fantastic so far for us. He's had a few iffy opportunities, but this time, I really didn't think that was going to be a goal. Oh, wow, he got a lot of swing on that, didn't he? A lot of swerve on it. Well done, lad. Casey Moran, his 2nd goal of the game. His 2nd goal of his Bray Wanderers career. His career. As on comes Fanning. Here we go. 3-0. He's a pleb. Headed, and there's the goal for Tranmere. It's a shame. They're not going to come back into this game, don't get me wrong, but I really wanted to keep a clean sheet in this one, but hey-ho. We won the game, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And, yeah, 3-1's not a bad result at all. That's the Retribution we wanted against Tranmere. Of course, remember in the previous episode that when we did play Tranmere and we lost 4-2, we did play a lot of our youngsters, and it was difficult for us because we played a lot of players that were lower rated all in the same game. Although some of those players are on the pitch now. Dunphy, Fitzpatrick. Oh my god, Fitzpatrick. Okay. Cut. And there is the full-time whistle. We win 3-1. We're through to the next round of the FA Cup, and we get Retribution against, of course, Tranmere, the team that defeated us in the previous game, or the previous episode, should I say. Moran got man of the match, but I forgot to look at it, so I do apologise for that. Of course, he scored twice, which is definitely going to help him in getting the man of the match. Let's have a look over at the calendar and see what we're going to do for the next video then. We sold a player. So we have sold Owen Fanning. He's leaving for 600,000 and will leave in the beginning of January. We've had a transfer offer as well for Chris Walsh. You know what? I don't think we need Chris Walsh. We've got two strong goalkeepers. We don't need a third. So let's allow Chris Walsh to go. We've got more players coming through the academy. So that's actually 60 rated. We probably should check what his potential is first. Let's have a look at Squad Hub. We can now have a look at his potential. Have we got everyone above 60 now, I think? I've been working hard in the training. Just Ennis. Okay, so Walsh is... Oh, I can't see it. I'm sure Dunphy was, like, special. No, showing great potential. He's 80 plus. Okay, it doesn't matter. We'll let Walsh go. We've got two pretty good keepers anyway. So Ennis is the only one we need to get up to a 60. We're doing pretty well, actually, at the moment. If I whiz it around the other way round, you see our players are looking pretty strong. Barry Boyce at 68. Campbell's dropped 2 stat points so far with his injury, which is really, really bad. Pierce Ennis, Luke Rafferty, and Barry Boyce now all ahead of him. Barry Boyce got 3 stat points, which is incredible. I have not trained him at all. That's just standard increase for him. That's really, really good. Right, so we want to go to calendar. Right, so I'm going to play Yeovil and Stevenage off camera, and we'll come back for the Cheltenham, the Bury, and the Northampton games. That'll give us our free scout reports and our youth squad report as well. So we'll get that done, and I will see you very, very shortly for our next episode of the Youth Squad Legends. Bye.